got a fair tidal flow coming through now, with the tide now going out and the water in the river coming down. It's 1 o'clock. The day has definitely improved. We will see how much mud there is on the anchor, I suppose. Though this amount of tide might clean it. Right, well, the anchor bridle's off. Okay, it's well dug in, not surprisingly, so it's tight now. We'll put the chain hook on and then motor over the top of it. That way it doesn't put any strain on the capstan when we jerk it out. So we'll be going that way, and maybe Munro Bay. It's supposed to go north later today. So it'll be bye-bye North Sand again. Okay, forward ho! Pulled us around a bit and now it must be free. Oh, bye-bye Matthew's work. Clean anchor. This is the cement barges. Yes, it's tugging behind the Acheron, and the Navy ship, which is not ours, probably from the islands, up on the big slip. Barges and plenty more stuff down the way. This is the old commercial port. Used to be shipping logs and things, cement. It's all moved now to Northport, back many years ago now. This looks like a dredger. Big pump in the middle and cutting head down this end. Now this boat's been sitting here neglected for a very long time now. The fishing fleet used to be up in the town basin, or a large number of them, since they did the further landscaping there. They've moved down here. This is called the old fertiliser wharf. 3 little tucks, all abreast. The old hardboard office that went to rack and ruin. It's been obviously bought, renovated, and is now an expensive restaurant. There's the new marina, which we noticed going in this winter, gone past. Here, straddle lift, some form of floating dock construction going on there. Diesel is for fishing boats and other high volume stuff, not us little people. This ferry's been tied up here for a while. Here. She was up at North Sand. It's normally anchored at various places around the harbour. She'll ramp over in the corner. Also used to get boats out to some of the centres. The old and the very, very large new straddle lift piers. It certainly is huge. So we're going that way. It's Limestone Island in front of the camera. We go around to the left around the end of Whnagarei. It's very brown. There's Portland Cement Works, Rat Island, and we can see the end of the Portland Wharf. Hatea River Chief has left, and then we get to Limestone Island. I suppose I should do an update. Feel fine, although right at the moment it's hot and humid. Feel a bit of a dry, irritating cough at times. Otherwise, all good. Rat test is still faintly positive. So there's where we stopped yesterday morning and went for walkies. In the nook with us. Well, the whole harbour's brownish now, the outcoming tide. It'll gradually change back over the next few days. Oh, we're passing home again. Apparently the power's still out. We're going to head up here to Munro Bay. We can briefly see the top of Mount Munro. That looks suspiciously like glamping. McLeod Bay over in there. There is a big sandbank in the middle of the bay, and an island in the middle of the sandbank, which is passing in front of Northport on the refinery. So it's called McDonald Bank. Then there's a gap, and then Snake Bank, which you might be able to see as that light line out in front of One Tree Point. So we're going to come in here. So it's looking towards Mount Munro and McLeod Bay. The hill here. This is Munro Bay, as opposed to Little Munro Bay, which is further towards the heads. It's the way we've come, and we've got someone following us. And looking down towards Northport and the closed refinery. And Mount Aubrey. It's a junk rigged schooner. Second one we've seen in the last couple of days. It's a beautiful morning. That was a swallow. Oh, they seem to be attracted to me at the moment. Oh, there they are, pooping on the rail. Well, it's a bit later on, it's about high tide. A little bit of a breeze. I think we'll head around McLeod Bay into Urquhardts Bay. Feeling lazy, so I think it's just the jib. It hasn't unfurled fully, which is a problem when there's not much wind. As the line bunches up. A little bit of a breeze would have sorted it out. Oh, very pleasant. Why couldn't the entire week have weather like this? It was along here that Travelling Light came to rest when she broke her mooring many years ago. Looked out the window in the morning, not there. Jumped on the 12-foot tinny with the 15 on the back. Head off round the shore and found her here. Still managed to get the day's work in. Came back and refloated her. When we found her it was low tide, so I put the anchor out. So it was just a case of letting her float again and then hauling her out. Fortunately, being very light, it was easy. So there's McLeod's Bay up ahead. Mount Mania is in her full glory today, not covered in low cloud. And of course we've come from back up there in Munro Bay. Well, the water is certainly not as clear as it normally is. We've got big 2-metre tides at the moment, so I'm sure things will clear up reasonably quickly. And round into Urquhardts Bay it's probably going to be fairly good. A couple more catamarans. I think sea level rise could cause some trouble there. McLeod's Bay wharf is getting a good use for fishing. This is Darch Point, and the suburb in here is Hatea, which lies under Mount Aubrey. Here. We've got a good tide with us, which is helping. We can see Passage Island appearing. Anchor in at Marsden Point. We've got a log ship. Don't think the one in front's got logs on it. There's certainly not a lot of wind, but it's a very pleasant day. This one, I believe, is the Auckland bunker ship, which was up on the stopway around the time we launched CATMANTOO, being repainted. We're going outside Passage Island, and I think we'll head into Urquhardts Bay. That's the mountains going out to Bream Head, we can see in the distance. It's looking back towards the town in the very far distance. I would have to say most of our progress is tide driven. through to the storage tanks. Here's the view out into Bream Bay. I think we'll hop over the sandbank, seeing it's just after high tide, and head into the area of what we call the Arnolds to anchor. That's called after friends of ours' parents who lived in a cottage here. I think I'll motor because we're losing the wind, and if I use the starboard engine it heats up the water pipes and I can have a warm washdown if I decide to go for a swim, which is looking reasonably likely. Wonderful to have that working again. Mount Whnagarei, of course, and here is Taurikura, where we spent the first night of isolation. So that's where Arnold's used to live. And in here was the studio of an artist called Douglas Chown, and we have some of his watercolours. Oh, that was a very refreshing swim. I'm sure the water's warmer, still not as clear as it should be. Look who's arrived. enjoying the nice day. It's the Hamiltons. So it's Todd and Helen. They've been out fishing. All they caught was a log. We've had a good catch up, maintaining isolation of course, and they'll be heading off to their mooring, which is around the Taurikura Bay. Just around that corner is Taurikura Bay. It's clouded over now. Glad I got my swimming when I did. I think we could have some rain showers. Here comes the rain. I think it's just going to be a few showers. We'll see, doesn't matter, it's been a beautiful day. Oh, I think it's time to head home. We're passing Urquhardts Bay, and then we'll hit the channel with the incoming tide. It's the westerly, it's on the nose at this stage. I think I'll just boat it home. It's flying New Zealand courtesy flag, so it should have turned off to Marsden Cove. One here I think is also flying a courtesy flag, and they're probably following each other in the wrong direction. She's had replays since we last saw her. I think this one needs time with us back in 1993. Home from Isolation Hotel.